And it's a darn shame with how much we have to put up with how much we have to be spending just everyday living. It's a shame. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to make it seem like it's a complaint, because it's not really a complaint, because we are all blessed still to be living and seeing another day. But woo! Can we get a little break? Just a little break. What's going on? And I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. To this Dollar Tree over in Maplewood. Stable Milk is also a plus.
These past few years showed me.
Hey family, welcome back to another video. I'm happy to have you guys here. Man, this week was one heck of a week. We're gonna jump right into today's video. No holding back, no none of that. Let's see exactly what's going on. This is Shauna, and I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from, and of course, how you are doing. I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. Let's see what's going on. All right, fam. So, yes, welcome back. First thing first, let's discuss some of these gas prices. I've seen gas a little bit early in the week. I've seen gas at $4.60 something. Remember, this is Northern New Jersey. Prices may differ depending on where you're at. But $4.60 something cents for gas remind me of 2022, I believe, when we had that last real gas price surge. And I'm going to bring up that picture here as well. This is 2022, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, I'll put it on the screen. But this is 2022, the prices of the gas then. And then, like I said, I always say, I feel like we're going backward. I feel like we'll get some breathing room in some department. Because if we got breathing room, trust me, we're not getting breathing room all around. But I feel like we'll get some breathing room somewhere. And as soon as we go in for that deep breath, it'd be like, it stop us just right there. And it's like, yeah, hold up. Don't finish that deep breath, because boom, something else is there to hit us. So high gas prices is hurting a lot of families around the U.S. right now. It's definitely cutting in the budget for a lot of people. Who's used to paying like that $25 on their little, the little car to fill up, is now spending about $40-something. Or if you're used to spending that $40, you're now approaching $60 to fill up. Like me, for my vehicle is typically $40. Now we're at like $60 to fill up now. So let us know how much it costs you to fill up with these high gas prices versus how much it actually used to cost you with the regular gas prices. I know the 15% of that ethanol, which was 10, that done passed. Everything done went through with that. And they're saying that this ban that was lifted on this 15% of the ethanol, right? They saying that this ban was lifted to help us save money on gas. This was actually supposed to help lower those gas costs, and it's actually just been getting higher and higher. So who is it to actually help? It's not helping us. It's not helping us, the people, right? So who is it actually helping? And they're saying to be careful, even with this whole 15% of the ethanol. Is it ethanol? I think so. With that whole 15% going on, you got to be careful, because we discussed this in a few videos already. You got to be careful because your engine might not take likely to that 15%, and it can kind of destroy your vehicle, especially if you have an old vehicle. So definitely, just as a reminder, if you're looking for those fuel cleaners, fuel injector cleaners, that you can just put in your vehicle, at every fill up, or, a few times out of the month or whatever. Make sure you just start adding those just to help with the performance of your vehicle as well. Yeah, fam, just too much going on, right? As the higher gas prices that's cutting in big, with those budgets here. I'm seeing more store closures as I drive around. my neck of the woods. So this here is in Irvington. We actually visited this Family Dollar. It was just open not too long ago. So this was a Family Dollar, right? Family Dollar, of course, and Dollar Tree. They stated a few years ago that they would be shuttering locations. They didn't state as to when, but I guess it's now, because if you've been here following along, we've seen Dollar Tree shutting down in those lower income neighborhoods, which actually sucks. And of course, it could be due to theft. It could be due to, you know, the performance of the stores, but I'm sure it's not like due to that, just because they do perform very well. They're constantly having a lot of business in these areas. It also could be the fact that the more people that says yes to the dress. Now I'm just playing with y'all. That says yes, to these 15-minute cities, right? We've discussed this before. The 15-minute cities that's being built up. Y'all might not think that, y'all don't see it, but it's all around you. You got all these communities going up, right? And everything is starting to look the same. All the project developments, they're starting to look the same, right? The job market, it's starting to change. Everything is AI or cyber, or, if you're not in the tech world, or if you're not in the whole AI or anything, you might want to, go ahead and take up something with that. Your job will probably always be promised. Maybe, who knows, robotics and all that business. Everything is changing, and I'm looking as I'm, going around seeing all the housing market. Like, they building the same old thing, just over and over and over, and they building these little communities too. And right from that community, everything is within walking distance in the same, area of these communities, where you don't even have to go too far. It's gonna make more and more people be like, oh yeah, let's just go ahead and say yes to what they want us to do, or what they want us to agree to, so we can start to get the help, because prices are so high, rent so high, mortgage so high, insurance is through the goddamn roof. You know what I'm saying? I think that these 15-minute cities are going to be more and more known, and I don't know, like, I feel like it's starting off in those lower income neighborhoods, because lower income targets are easier to have them agree to certain things, just because it seems like they need the most help, I suppose. I don't know, y'all, but yeah, so here's the Family Dollar that's located on Stuyvesant Avenue in Irvington, New Jersey. They did shut down, so if you in the surrounding area and you know that you wanted to visit that Family Dollar, don't be like me and be like, oh, let me go to that Family Dollar, because all them Dollar Trees closed down. Oh yeah, they closed. They done. To my surprise, they were done. And the crazy thing is, with all these store closures, there's never no updated list saying, hey, we know about 2 years ago we said that we're going to be closing X amount of Dollar Trees and Family Dollars. But they didn't state what Dollar Trees and Family Dollars. They just shutting them down. Like, all right, we're here now, but by next week, we just might not be here. So that's another situation. Them store closures. With these new developments, especially in the buildings, they're putting them to the fact, I showed you guys, I think 2 weeks ago. They putting it, they're making them and building them that the retailers are actually above, not above, beneath the apartment buildings. So you ain't even got to go far. You can live luxurious in a way and shop right down below. You ain't got to go nowhere, and possibly, hopefully, work from home, or you can accept that universal income where you ain't got to do nothing but just listen to what they want you to do. And that's pretty much it. Here who came through and checked then. She said, people watch out. Store Safeway created my disposable bag, but then charged me a bag charge of $2 for using my own recycling bags. Incredible. I couldn't win in any way I tried. Yeah, definitely. You do have to watch out for that bag fee. Ever since a lot of states been banning those disposable plastic bags and stuff like that, especially like in New Jersey. If you guys didn't know, in New Jersey for about a good, 2-3 years now, something like that. Yeah, we gotta bag our own bags and bring our own bags and pay for our own bags if we forget our own bags and don't feel like going to get it. It's crazy. Either way, it's a whole circle of, oh, we are getting stuck by needles or something. She also came back and said, I have to shop stores in the same area close together. I have to save money and gas and deals. Bell peppers, all color 69 cents. Hamburger, $4.99 a pound. Milk, $2.79. Here we go. Something. Ice cream, $2.99, 1.45 quarts. Large can of olive, $1.79. That's great. Olives were 99 cents. Hamburgers was 99 cents a pound. Bell peppers were $4. Milk was $1.75 a gallon. And this was back in the day. Guys, back in the day. Yeah, we love to see them prices. Gas is over $5, almost $6. And people are not going anywhere far. And yes, it is truly sad. You are correct. Paul Campbell came through and said that store will require your whole paycheck. But it was clean, yeah, because we went to Save a Lot, and Save a Lot, you wasn't saving nothing. I actually wasn't buying nothing because it definitely would take your whole paycheck. You are correct. And then here's a $5 bill that I found laying around my house. I was hoping it was worth something, but in the end, it's actually worth nothing. All right, fam. Yes, so with the gas prices going up, how many of you actually have hybrids or EVs? Is that helping? Is that saving? I actually drove an I drove a hybrid. I'm lying. I drove a hybrid. And when I say I saved so much on gas, I had the car for like a week. And I did driving daily, if I'm not mistaken. I did, maybe one day I didn't drive. But I did driving almost daily. I came out, the lot with the hybrid. And it was full, y'all know how I be barred, right? So for the whole week, minus one day, right? So 6 days, I used one bar. One little tiny bar of gas. The dealership was like, all right, bring it back on E. I couldn't possibly do that much driving to bring it back on E. I couldn't even get it back down to E. So now I'm looking like I done messed up. I got a regular gas vehicle. I should have got mine behind the hybrid. And they're saying the sales of hybrid cars right now are actually soaring due to the high gas prices. And it's like gas prices right now is not promising. Even when they do come down, they might just shoot right back up. And the whole situation with this whole war, man, please listen. We're not going to even discuss that because I don't even want to get into that. That's a whole nother, we're going to save a lot for the next video. And then something about certain farmers. I believe it's Del Monte. They have like 500,000 pounds of peaches or something left. They done filed for bankruptcy. I believe another company done bought them over. And the farmers is saying they can't find another buyer for all of these peaches. And, they're losing out. Just like that, they're losing out. Farmers are still being paid out to this day. If you don't believe it, you best believe it. It's either they're being paid out or cut loose in a lot of situations. Yeah, so we're going to leave this video right here where it's at. Let us know how your week was. What is the gas price where you're checking in from? What are some crazy things that you're like, oh, my God, I just can't wrap my head around it. It's a header finger. I think because I can't wrap my head around it. Let me know if I'm saying it right because I be messing up some of these slogans. I swear, I be coming up with my own stuff at this point. I just can't wrap my head around it. I think it's right, though, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And if I'm right, I'm right. I don't know. Y'all let me know if I'm right. But we gonna leave this video right here where it's out. Right here where it's at. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Have an amazing weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all of you who are celebrating. Because being a mother can definitely be another challenge to face every single day among all the other challenges. But yet, it's also great in its own little ways, right? It's a job that's actually never is done. Ever. Never, never, ever, ever, never, ever, never, ever. All right, y'all. This is Shauna, and I'm officially checking out for Moments with Us. I want to thank you all for being here with me today. Until you wasn't even in the video. And Maya. Until next time, y'all. You all stay prepped, stay blessed, stay safe, and most of all, remain beautiful queens and kings.
And Zenobia.
And Zenobia. Love you all, and God bless. Peace out.